All right, Falcon. So this is the 3.3 activity one. It's our warm up for Friday. And so what we're doing is we're testing what we saw in the collision activity from Thursday. We're testing it using the sim. So the first thing is we're going to predict how forces will affect two objects when they collide. So which one do you think? I predict that both objects will change velocity. I predict that only one object will change velocity, or neither will change velocity. So just curious what you think. Then we're going to open the sim. So I've already opened the link. And then once we're in the sim, we're going to go select the 3.3 warm up from the sim menu. So remember, this is our sim menu over here with the three little lines. I'm going to click that. And I'm going to go down to 3.3 warm up, this little guy here. Okay, so I can tell right now that A is going to crash into B. But let's go see what we have to do. So first thing is we need to figure out the mass of A and the mass of B. So if I move this little bar, down here I can see the colors. And so A is this, so it's a mass of 4. And B is this, so it's a mass of 1. And I believe if I go to run, yeah, run, I can see it even better. I can see that A is a 4 kilogram and B is 1 kilogram. So A has more mass. Okay, so A was 4, B was 1. All right, so run the test collisions. Change the starting velocity for each object as desired in our data table. So that is right here. It tells me what to start them at. Press run to observe the collision. Press analyze to determine the change in velocity for each and record the observations in the data table. So the first one, I want object A to be going 5 centimeters per second to the right, and I want B to be 0, and I believe that's what it starts at. So just to make sure, I'm going to go back to build, and it is A is at 5, B is at 0. So I'm going to go ahead and press run. They crash into each other, and now I'm going to go press analyze so I can get my data. So let's look at the first thing we need. We need the change in velocity for A. So the change in velocity for A is right here. It's a -2, and the change in velocity for B is 8. So -2, 8. Now I want the force, strength, and direction. So remember, this is what we were struggling with the other day. You got to take this little scrubber, go all the way back till you get your pink arrows. There they are. So for A, it's to the left, and it is 80, and B is 80 and to the right. Okay, so I did the first one with you. You do the second one and third one. So trial 2, again, A is going to be at 5 every time, but notice we're going to change B. So in trial 2, we're going to make it go 2 centimeters to the left, 2 centimeters per second squared to the left. So I'm going to go back to build because I need to make B moving, and left means I'm going to make it negative. So why am I changing it that way? Let's change this one. -2. So I'm going to make it go left, right? So then you're going to press run, see what happens. You're going to press analyze. This would be my change in velocity for A. This would be my change in velocity for B. And then I'm going to drag it back to look at my pink arrows. All right, then for trial 3, this time B is going to be 2 centimeters per second to the right. So I go back to build. It's going 2 centimeters per second to the left. I want it to go to the right, so that's a positive. There's my collision. Analyze. Here's my change in velocity. Here's my change in velocity. And there are my force arrows. All right. What do you notice about the force on the objects? So that's looking at these columns, right? And why do you think objects in each collision experience a different change in velocity? So why did this one get a change of 2 and this one got a change of 8, right? And then look at these columns here. All right, that is the assignment.